Hi, my name is Ann Sermons Gillis, and I am a member of Unity of Charleston. And today it is my privilege to interview one of our members. This is Maryanne Clark-Durell. Welcome, Maryanne.
Thank you, Anne. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yay, I'm so excited to talk to you and get to know a little bit about you. And just starting in the very beginning, where were you born?
I was born in New Brunswick, New Jersey, several years ago.
And you live in the Charleston area now. And where do you live in Charleston, the metro?
I do. I live in Somerville. Um,
Summer.
Somerville is so huge, but I live in Westcott in Somerville.
Okay. Yes, I've run into you in Somerville since I live in Somerville too. That's great. Well, what actually brought you to the Charleston area?
Well, a couple things. Number one, black ice in New Jersey. That's bad. I can deal with, snow and things, but at night, that black ice is a killer. I mean, literally, it's a killer. You're driving along and all of a sudden you hit a patch of black ice and you just spin around and there's nothing you can do about it. And the winters were really brutal in New Jersey, honestly. And then it was getting so expensive. So we moved to Charleston and I had never been here before, ever, ever. But everybody told me it was beautiful. So here I am.
So you came with your husband who has passed away. How long has he been gone from this plane?
He passed in January of 2020, right before COVID.
Okay, right for 2020. And so here you are, a single lady now in Summerville, South Carolina, and so happy that you've got Unity Church. We're so glad that you're there. Do you have any children?
No, I have no
Okay.
children.
And I know about your career, but tell us about your career. What do you do?
So I am a senior sales director with Mary Kay, and I have been building my business. I've been in business for 44 and a half years, and it's amazing. I love it.
Well, people probably don't know, but I think you've probably won every award they have. Is that true?
Not quite. I'm getting there though. I'm getting there. I have earned 22 Mary Kay career cars, 10 pink Cadillacs.
Oh, what, you've had 22?
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Oh, that is so cool. Uh, so moving away from your personal and career life, how about your spiritual life? How did that start?
Well, I grew up Catholic. I was listening to some of the interviews you did before. It seems like that's the majority. I grew up Catholic, and my dad was a very staunch Catholic. He married my mom. He was Protestant, married my mom, and he just went overboard with being Catholic. And so um, it was just not a good thing. I mean, I went to 12 years of Catholic school. He wouldn't even allow me to go to a Girl Scout meeting in the basement of a Protestant church because it was Protestant. It was crazy. So I grew up not really enjoying being Catholic at all. The whole mortal sin thing if you don't go to church. And, you know, uh, when I went to grammar school, they did corporal punishment, to kids, and it just wasn't a really positive experience. And so I really was not involved with any kind of religion for a pretty long time until I was about 29. And then I really started searching. And I tried to go to the non-denominational churches. But what I found was it was all well and good, but I can't go to something unless I believe in it 100%. And the fact that, you know, a lot of them talk about things that I don't believe in, or just, very judgmental. And, if you're judgmental, how are you, how are you walking your faith, right? You're talking it, but you're not walking it. And so that really turned me off. And so again, that was in my late 20s. Like, and then I just wasn't doing anything for a long time. I'm not really sure how I came to Unity. I went one time to Science of Mind, like the what is that church? This
Centers for Spiritual Living is what they call it now.
Yes, I did that, and it was okay. And then somehow I got to
Was that New Jersey?
yeah, that was in New Jersey.
Okay.
And then somehow I started going to Unity in New Jersey. I'm not quite sure.
What kind of time frame are we looking at here?
I would say I probably, well, I moved here January of 2016. I got here really December 31st of 2015. So I would say probably 2012, 2013.
So
I
when you
went
moved here, is that, did you look for Unity right away because you
to
had
New
already
Jersey.
been to
Yeah,
Unity?
New Jersey, I went to Unity. And then I stopped going there. I wasn't really crazy about where, I didn't feel like I was a part of anything there. And I stopped going there. And then when I came here, I said, you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna look it up again. I'm gonna try again. And so pretty much a few months after we moved here, we started coming here. And I really just fell in love with the church and the people and the whole vibe, everything about it. Really, I just absolutely loved it. And it was like a little oasis for me because I was dealing with my husband. My husband had Alzheimer's. He was with me then. Um, but it was really challenging. And so I really I needed, you know, I needed what Unity had to offer.
Yeah, the spiritual principles really helped you get by. They offered support. Can you
Yes.
think of any thought that Unity has that may have been one of your lifelines that helped you through that period?
Um, One of the things that I really love is that everything always works out. Everything always works out. And, looking back over my life, there have been so many miracles. And going to Unity really made me understand that, you know, um, God is working through me. God is part of me. That I loved, that I am part of God. God is part of me, and that everything works together. I kind of create my my life through God and through me,
Co-creator.
co-creator.
And that is absolutely what you say, is that if we could all get that everything is going to work out, everything works out, that is a powerful spiritual principle to just
Yes,
take a deep breath, not freak out, and remember that. That I need to hear that today.
yes, it really did. It was so important because it was such a challenging time, dealing with him and trying to run my business. And um, I really needed a bright light to look to. Like there's a light at the end of the tunnel here, and that everything is always going to work out for me. And that's really what Unity provided me. It was like a breath of fresh air.
I love it. Everything is always going to work out for me. That's a wonderful, wonderful information.
Yes,
So you may have already said that, but I'll just ask you if there's anything to add to that. What is your philosophy of life? You've
yes,
given a philosophy.
yes. And it's not that everything will work out for me. Everything always works out for me. Everything is always working out for me, like in the now moment. And miracles happen all the time. And so to expect them, to look and expect them, and wouldn't it be great when, isn't it so fun? Wouldn't it be so fun that, and whatever it is that you want to have happen, won't it be so fun when, or won't it be so fun now that, not when, but now that, won't it be so fun now that, blah, 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 whatever it is that you want to have happen. Um, and that I'm so excited that everything is always, always working out for me and even better than I expected. And I'm just looking for all of those wonderful things.
Oh, that's lovely. That's beautiful. Well, do you have any favorite books or authors that you might mention?
Well, I do. I actually have you. Oh, my camera went. Sorry.
Oops.
I
Hey,
had,
were you holding up something?
yes, I was
Oh,
gonna hold
your hand. Okay.
uh, words make a difference. Oh, you can't see when I'm on a camera like this. Anne Sermon Gillis.
Yay, my book. Yes. Tell me about my book.
Also, God will see you through. This is a great little book too. This is an awesome book. It's a Unity book by Mary Capurley and Kupferly. And it's all these great things like God is taking care of it, sing a new song, this is your day, release it, you are unburdened, there's enough and to spare, what prayer can do for you, the power of a minute. So and thank you, God. And then also Spiritual Economics by Eric Butterworth. We did a book study with James leading it, and that was really fun and that was really good.
Yeah, that's an old book. Yeah, that's spiritual economics. Well, do you have, I know that you work a lot because every time I talk to you, you're kind of in between this thing and that thing and do it very well and with passion. And speaking of passion, do you have any passions or hobbies outside your work?
Yes, I do. I love doing Reiki. I love going to Reiki and doing Reiki. I am a Reiki master. Um, and I like to shop. I love to go to restaurants. I love that.
To eat out?
Um, Good restaurants. And I love to laugh and I love to watch funny movies. I love to watch funny movies. That is like a hobby of mine, a passion of mine. And laughing. I love to laugh.
Me too. Well, let me just ask you, I'm gonna pin you down on that. So do you have any restaurants? If anybody's listened to this, people are always putting on Facebook, I live in Somerville. Do you have any good restaurants? So do you have any good restaurants to recommend?
Yes. In fact, I just took one of my consultants to a restaurant called Eva's on Main Street in Somerville.
Uh-huh.
Breakfast. Oh, so good. I had some of hers and she had some of mine. They had this amazing French toast and they had this amazing, and you can get the bacon as crispy as you want and it's not burnt, that I love. And they had she got this egg thing with it had everything. It had little hash browns, but they were really crispy. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. Oh, and this I'm from New Jersey. I do love grits, but it didn't have grits. It had this sausage gravy, this white gravy. It's probably really horrible for you, but it was
It was good. Any other restaurants?
it was so good. And also, La, it's it's not new. It's an Italian restaurant. It's right near the Somerville post office. Why I always forget this name, I do not know. Ah, people are probably looking at this screaming. What is the name?
Yeah, what is the name?
Um,
Oh, that's okay if you don't
I
remember.
will remember it, but it is an Italian restaurant in the house. It's a couple years old now. La Rustica, Rustica. Wow. Wow. First of all, inside the house is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It looks like an old mansion that they converted. Outside they have like heat lamps, and they have tables outside and it's a beautiful gardeny area. It's beautiful. The food is from New Jersey, almost every restaurant in New Jersey is Italian. So
Oh,
you get used to good Italian food. And this is really, really good Italian food, and
so
their
you know what you're talking about.
is
Well,
phenomenal.
we'll move on from food to spiritual practices. Do you have any particular spiritual practices? I know that obviously you read some spiritually because we named those books, but what else?
Yes, I love to do Reiki every morning. That's my goal is to do Reiki every morning and to meditate every morning. I
Okay.
love to do that. And I find that that really helps. And even just to, during the day, do like a walking meditation or like a breathing meditation or just, um, to do like affirmations that Anne has in her book. as you're talking or you're thinking and you just, or, oh, and I do love to do the bike. I like to, not the actual bike, but the bike in the gym, spin classes. I love to do that.
So you go to the gym.
I go to the gym. That's another hobby of mine. And I am getting back into weightlifting. I used to do that. And so I'm getting back into that. And the good thing is muscle has memory. So if you've ever been in any kind of shape, as soon as you start, it actually really does start working. You can feel it. And I really do love you know, doing the bike. It's really hard in the beginning, but I really enjoy that. And
Oh,
I also do affirmations while I'm doing the bike.
oh, cool. Very good. So you're using that neuroplasticity to get that brain to go in a different path than the one you don't want it to go.
Yep.
As I always say, when we leave the mind alone, it seems to always just kind of wind down instead of winding up. And so on your spiritual practices, just curious, do you do them at the same time every day? Like, do you have a ritual, or does it just depend on your
Am
appointments or
working on
what?
it. I generally I find if I don't do it early, I'm working on getting into the 5 o'clock club. So Mary Kay always says, get into the 5 o'clock club. It's really hard. And then you hear other people say, yeah, you got to get up early. I like to burn the candle at both ends. So I'm working backwards and trying to get up earlier. And when I get up, that's when I do it. I try to do it first thing because if I wait, then people are contacting me and then it never happens. Right. So I work on doing it when I get up
Okay.
to, yeah.
First thing in the morning. Okay,
Mhm.
that's great. Well, that's pretty much it. I just wonder if you have anything else you'd like to add that I haven't said that you think might be interesting or to others.
Yes, I would say if you haven't been to Unity for a while, come back. It is awesome. Or if you're watching this and you haven't been to Unity, I truly recommend giving it a shot. What's the worst that could happen? You try, you see, it's really amazing. It's the people are so wonderful and warm and loving, and you really do feel like family right away. It's just it's a great place to go, and it's just a great group of people, and the philosophy will change your life. The what you learn and what you allow in will truly change your life.
Thank you so much. I do want to make a comment on that, and that is that when people come to a new place, if we have the filter and we have a belief all our lives that we don't belong, there's a chapter about that in my book, then we will look at any place we go and feel automatically like we don't belong, and we'll discount people coming up to us and saying hi and everything. And so it's really important to get that part healed and to try to understand that we do belong, that's an internal choice that we have to accept the belonging or we won't experience it. So I just thought I'd bring that up because a lot of people go and they say, well, I don't feel like I belong, or that, people have squabbles here. And it's like, you know what? We are a family and all families have squabbles. And if we leave when we don't approve of something or we have a squabble, we will never stay anywhere because there will never be a perfect place. Unity is not perfect, but it's incredible. It's absolutely amazing. So again, I want to thank you. Did you have something, Maryanne?
To say that that just came to my mind. And I think it's really, really important because I'm of an age, in my late 60s, that people sometimes they think, oh, it's now all downhill. You know what? The best is yet to come.
All
The
right.
best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. And that is truly my philosophy. The best is yet to come. And I am healthy, I am happy, I'm excited, I'm joyous, and miracles happen to me every day.
That's wonderful. Well, it reminds me of the lyrics from a song by Molly Red, and it is, may I suggest to you that this is the best part of your life. And I love that idea. It's like, yeah, wait, yeah, this downhill thing, let's not buy into that. No, no. Well, again, thank you so much, Maryanne.
You're welcome.